Welcome back to Plums, and we've got a fantastic episode for you today. We've got Marooned OTC, also known as Moti, the founder of MILO, which is this game-changing AI agent platform where you have Milo, the little dog who helps you make better informed trades and research. And he has a beautiful looking product that Marooned OTC Moti's put together. Let's get into the episode now here on Plums. Okay, Moti, welcome to Plums. It's fantastic to have you on here. I'm super pumped to hear from you more about MILO, everything you've been building. But I've got a really important question. MILO is this fantastic, AI agent architecture that trades for you. You've got this wonderful mascot, this little doggy. And I just wanted to double check with you. When was the last time you stood in dog poo?
All right, that's a good one. Let me recall. I used to do it a lot.
Not on purpose, I assume, by accident.
Some will say it was maybe purposeful, but I think it in the last 6 months, maybe once.
Yeah.
I
think it becomes less the older we get, right? Like, although it happened to me just the other day, although I don't know if it happened, right? Because what happened, I was walking, I take my dog along the canal, and it was a bit muddy, and then I needed to go to like the hardware shop, and I got in the car and I could smell dog poo. So I was like, oh no, like it's somewhere on my shoes.
Okay, when it comes from the smell, you are already in trouble.
I'm in the deep doo-doo. Yeah. So as I was saying though, you've built this amazing company with a really cool product, this kind of AI agent assisted trading that can assist people hunt out, find the right trades, where you should be, where you shouldn't be, etc., and you picked this very cute dog, and I love the way you animate it. It was one of the things that really drew me to you and the product, and the way that dog really interacts with you while being involved with the product. And I'm glad you picked a dog, because I think, Moti, that cats are evil. And I don't know if you're a dog or a cat guy, Ryan. But I think, there's cats just are, and so I wanted to play a little game with you, right? Where it's called the Evil Cat Quiz. And what we're going to do is we're going to see if you were a cat, Moti, how evil you would be, okay? Are you up for this?
Of course. Let's go.
Go
down more. Yes?
You can't back out now. Okay, so yeah, as I say, every cat, I think, has this kind of streak of darkness within them. And so what you have to do is you have to imagine you're a cat, and I want to understand how evil you would be if you're a cat. So if someone's typing on their laptop, okay, Mo, and you're a cat, would you walk across the keyboard once for some attention? Would you slam the spacebar like you're a DJ? Or would you open a mystery menu that deletes their dissertation?
Ooh, all of them are pretty evil, I must say. Most likely, the most annoying, obviously, the most damaging is to delete. But I think I would probably gonna go on the keyboard, make noise, and becoming kind of this evil prick.
Yeah.
Make sure that you know that.
Yeah, exactly.
To ruin your moment.
Yeah. Okay. Now, next one. If the house plants are thriving in the house, what do you do? Do you occasionally nibble a leaf just to keep them in check? Do you launch a 3 a.m. parkour session through the ficus, or do you vomit into one of the pots and just leave it there and just strut off like a boss?
Damn it. Okay, that's okay. I'll go full evil now. Definitely vomiting inside the one. Wow, I got a story about this. I'm not sure I'm willing to tell, but not as a cat. Somebody who was in a certain point in life in the party.
No.
Yes.
Did they carry on? Like, did people notice? So they just.
Nothing happened.
Yeah.
Well, we actually knew about it only the day after.
Oh,
so,
no.
Yes, that was.
But yeah, yes. Unfortunately, many such cases. I mean, yeah, in my misspent youth, some not good times puking up. One of the times we'd been out and then I came back and like the room would spin when you're laying down, and I'd put my foot off the bed on the floor to try and anchor myself, but I was like, no. And so I ran to the toilet and I puked up in this toilet, and my mum came out. And I'd finished puking up, and I'd got this little book, and it's a little Bible story called like High Feet in High Places or something, about this like goat or something. And and so I'm there reading this little Bible story, like I'm puked up. Anyway,
let's go where all hell's loose.
Yeah, exactly.
Reading a Bible story, puking on it.
Yeah, exactly. So I got back to bed. And then in the morning, I'm like, I need to get out of here. That was so embarrassing. Like, I need to I'm going out with a friend. And it was Sunday, so I was supposed to be going to church, and I couldn't go. So I was like, right. So I got my friend to come pick me up, and I went out. Anyway, it wasn't later in the day that I found out that my other friend, who'd come back to a different friend, had come back to stay at my house. He'd gone and slept in my little brother's bed, and he'd puked up in my little brother's bed while my little brother was in the bed, right? And then puked up on the walls on the way to that toilet. So my mum had already dealt with him before finding me.
Oh my God.
So bad. So I thought like, oh man, I've done something terrible. I puked up in the toilet. My mum caught me. But my other mate had literally puked up on my little brother in his bed all over the walls.
It's 10x more. Oh my God. Okay.
Really bad. Okay, good. So the humans are sleeping peacefully. Do you knock over a water glass at midnight? Do you sprint laps through the hallway at 2 a.m.? Or do you summon demons from the underworld at 3 a.m.? What are you going for?
Okay, yes, of course we're going to continue with the pure evil, summoning the demon. I would actually go for all the three.
All three.
All of them together, like one after the other. I'm finishing with the pinnacle of summoning the demons. It's going to be like one leads to the other.
Yeah, they wake up with the glass falling over and like, what is going on? And then they hear you running around and they hear these chanting in the hallway as you're summoning these demons. Cool. Okay, so an expensive new sofa arrives. Do you leave, a tasteful single scratch? Do you use it as your kind of personal Everest base camp? Or do you rip it open, nest inside the stuffing, and then hiss at people when they try and get you out?
Oof. I think actually the most evil is the first one, if you think about it.
I think
obviously, yes, you're ripping and sitting inside, it's damaging, but those sneaky ones that not necessarily everybody gonna see them, it's painful. And then maybe on a daily basis, once every while. adding another one. That's probably gonna be the strategy.
Yeah, good. Okay. And the final one. So guests are visiting. Do you ignore them completely? Do you sit in the corner, eyes glowing, just, staring them out? Or do you leap onto the lap with your claws out, scratch them, and then get away even before they scream?
Oh, my God. I must ask, who the hell writing those questions? He's the dark mind. The ones that actually writing those questions is the ones that have
evil,
this dark something in it. I'm probably going to ignore them, honestly.
Yeah, okay, good. Well, Moti, given the answers you've given, I'm going to give you a classification of the furry overlord. You are evil perfected, and you should not live with humans. They serve you. If you do have to live with them, and they're
in a different world, I would be an evil cat.
Perfect evil cat. Yeah, good. Now get on to the you and MILO. Is MILO based on a real dog? Like, was there a real dog called MILO? Where where did the inspiration come from for the name?
So yes, it's actually a combination of two things. I don't know, and I'm probably gonna show how old I am now, but there was movies in the 90s. The screen it was with Jim Carrey, The Mask.
Yeah,
if you're familiar. So MILO was the dog. He was a little bit evil, by the way. But smart and kind of, he had a good character in general as a dog, and I remember him as one of the dogs that I really liked. And then, actually, my dog was Jerry, but his father was MILO as well.
Nice.
So that was kind of a combination that I felt, okay, this is, and I like the name as well, like on a branding level. And it says, okay,
yeah, that's fantastic.
And I think you mentioned something that I'm tapping to it. This is like the animation, the cool things that we're trying to make it feel that is. When we thought about the brand and we started to work on that, the one thing that we knew we're not gonna go is this cringe robotic AI. Like the majority of the brands out there that speaks about AI, not just in crypto, in general. Almost all of them going to the dystopian transformer style or humanoids.
Yeah.
And we said, no, let's take a different route. Let's make it a bit more fun, companion to engage with.
Yeah, that's super smart. One of the things that I really strongly believe in with AI, and I run my business here and run like AI 101, like introductory sessions to staff to try and help them, use AI to be more productive, more creative. And one of the things I emphasize is that it becomes it's a lot more productive, easier to work with AI when you imagine them as like a real person or a real thing that you can empathize with, rather than a robotic machine. What you've done is, as you say, not create like a robot machine. It's something that you can love and engage with and enjoy spending time with, and I think that's really, really important. But fun mentioning Jim Carrey. A big Jim Carrey fan. Me and my friends used to absolutely love him growing up. What's your favorite Jim Carrey movie? Is it The Mask, or have you got a different one?
No, I think it's Me, Myself, and Irene.
Okay, good.
Yeah, that was that was wild.
Yeah,
I think that was one of the best.
Yeah, and I think it was underrated as well.
Yeah, that was. He's a brilliant actor. Yeah. Really, one of the best.
Yeah, I need to get that back on. I really need to watch that again. Really good. I mean,
especially now, getting back to it, because the humor is obviously dark, and I don't know if it's gonna go clean this time. Like, obviously, the world has changed since then. So a lot of those things that you see on those back in the days comedies, most of them not gonna fly now. Like, people will butcher it.
Yeah. That's it. My favorite scene is with the cow. Do you remember I think he's trying to move a cow off the highway. I think he's run it over and he thinks it's dead.
That was one of the things. And he's crying and it's funny. Oh my God, you just reminded me of another scene from a different movie, by the way. What's the name? Wow. I don't remember the name of it. Goddamn, with there's a scene of it when he's running through a moose, and then he's putting it on himself and he's trying to kind of. What's the name of it? Never mind.
Like, familiar, but yeah, I think
Daddy bit my finger, something like that.
Oh,
never mind.
Yeah, what's it called? What's it called? Green. Was it Green? Freddy got fingered. Yeah.
Like the one. Oh my God, that's another level, by the way, of craziness.
Yeah.
But it had the same kind of atmosphere as scene when he's running through.
That is definitely a movie that would not get made now. I mean, even just Eminem, because he rapped about it, didn't he? He said, it's okay for Freddie to hump a dead moose or something like that. There was a lyric in there. But it's funny how things change, and appetites and various other bits and bobs change. And I want to talk to you in a little bit about the future and where it's going, especially with the industry, and what you're developing and where you're taking things, and how that can shift people's mindset. But before we get on to that, tell me, how did you get involved in AI, and how did you get involved in crypto? Like, where did that come from? You were sat at home one day watching The Mask, and you were like, "Yep, I should be an AI researcher." How did that come about?
I wish that was actually the story. It would be more kind of romantic. It was less than that. My previous startup. I'm a repeat entrepreneur. This is my my third business that I'm basically founding for some reason. I don't know why the hell it's wrong with me. And the first one, which named Apester, I managed and run almost for 10 years. We dealt. It's not in crypto. It was Web 2, actually publishing technology. Worked with some of the biggest names in the world, the CNN, the Telegraph of the world, and we developed an AI in 2017, which was sentiment analysis engine. So I started to understand AI or play with AI before it became like what it is today, and it was super primitive compared to what we have today, and super kind of, I'll say, but it was the beginning of the transformer model. Without getting too much to the technicalities of it, it was the beginning of the revolution that we see today. The entire ChatGPT is built on, so this is what my first steps on the AI in general, and was for me was no brainer. As somebody who's always imagining future, like I think I'm. This is part of the way I see and operate. I'm trying to imagine how the future going to look like. Obviously, sometimes I'm wrong, totally wrong, but this is my go-to. I'm projecting, I'm thinking, and then I'm iterating. So once I started to play with AI, it was for me pretty straightforward where it goes. It's going to be everything. It's going to eat on software, services, almost any. At the end of the day, it will eat a lot of other things as well, without getting to the dark conversation now. But I think AI is first of all inevitable. Second is the biggest revolution that came out of the entire digital revolution. Like if you think about it, I would say that connecting the world via the internet, then connecting the people, social networks, and Web2 is just a preset to the real next level, which is the AI that comes on top of it. Without those two layers, you wouldn't do the third one. But the third one is the one with the most impact on humankind, as I see it.
Yeah, I mean, talking about how inevitable AI is, I think if you think about humanity's timeline, almost the digital age won't exist when we start to kind of put things together. It's just going to be as you say, just the precursor to this AI age. And almost all of the rest of the kind of advancements of the last century have just been building up to putting us in a place where AI is possible. The creation of computers, the creation of the internet, the creation of nuclear power. All of these things actually just take us to a point where AI is possible.
No, I think this is exactly what it is, and I think also the implication of what AI will bring to the world, to humanity in general, will be with, I'll say, magnitude much more strong on all aspects. By the way, the people that are afraid of it should be thinking about those aspects, because if it goes wrong on the same level of magnitude, it will be wrong. And but on let's say on the positive side, which I'm trying to be always more positive and optimistic, there's so many things that are going to change now moving forward, because of I'll say all the different technologies that have been built. All of them in many ways are some form of information that is being fed, and then those information, I'll say, feeds that coming to an AI machine. Is eventually translated to utilities, and those utilities could be progress, basic functioning things that are happening on a day-to-day basis, but also some things that we can't even imagine, like everybody's speaking about. Obviously, the AI that will find new theories in science, and obviously find cure for cancer and other diseases, and run many of the things that we run today, and I think also to connect us to the crypto world, internet, capital markets, combining with almost as a native component of how agents and AI in general will commerce will become, I think, the way of the future.
Yeah, really, really bright future. And you mentioned some things there about AI and its ability to do, cure diseases, invent new medicines, and some of those things are already happening now. And you mentioned about how AI can be used to in a crypto sense. That's exactly what you're building and have got delivered with and MILO. How we almost all humans think they're super intelligent, right? That they're really smart. Like, it's very few people know that they have some form of limitations, right? It's rare that happens. But everyone should know that AI is able to think more, has access to more information, and can work all the time. And so, however smart I think I might be with my trading, if I can have a tool, if I can have literally a little digital dog that can assist me with making decisions, finding opportunities, then I've got to jump on it. Like, it would literally be stupid not to try and optimize every part of my life with this new emerging technology, right?
First of all, obviously I'm biased, but yes, the short answer is yes, and the reason is, and I think there's phases to it. The idea behind what we're building is to democratize the information and the utility and the execution part in a way that makes it easier for anyone, not necessarily the ones, the crypto heads and the people that actually, like us, crazy since, I don't know, had the attention span or the knowledge of the technicalities to understand how this entire on-chain work, which is not easy for a majority of people. So I think AI and agents will definitely going to make it much easier for the typical, person that not necessarily as engaged with crypto like us to have the access both to information and the execution layer in a much simpler manner. Yeah. And it's also on one hand going to help them to educate themselves and understand better, but in a more secure manner as well. And secondly is to at the end of the day, you mentioned, and you're right, I think AI still lags behind us in certain ways. By the way, probably going to close the gap as almost on a monthly basis. But he's already superior to us in many others.
Yeah,
he's superior in terms of the ability to crunch information, multiple data sources at the same time in a large quantity. And he's superior to us the fact that he's 24/7 can run. He's superior to us that he's not driven by emotion. Majority of the people that do trading, even the smart ones, the good ones, are failing because of the good and the bad of humans is the emotion part.
Yeah.
Like the fact that we drive the chemical aspect of us that drives the emotions that effectively become actions are the ones that many of the people that trade in crypto, and not just in crypto, are doing the mistakes because the emotion drives them. They are, everybody say you need to be greedy when everybody's fearful, and fearful when everybody's greedy. Yes, it's so easy to say it, but why the majority of people don't do that? Because the emotion that drives you when the time is, it's almost impossible for most humans.
Yeah, no doubt.
And this is where AI, in a almost methodical way, unemotional way, in that manner, can do and outperform more dramatically. Yeah. And I think also the way we picture it is not necessarily that everybody gonna just provide it, like bringing your AI agent MILO style, going to help you trade or better understand or better execute on cross multiple assets in the digital world, is also almost as a benchmark and to what you do by yourself. Assuming that you do some trades by yourself, investing in stuff because you think you're smart, or maybe you are that smart.
Yeah.
It's not going to be smart, by the way, to not have almost your own testing ground or a benchmark to what you do that is separate from your operation in that manner. And it's almost like when you're thinking about on a scientific level, you always have the testing component, which is a
baseline
separated from the main, exactly, which you're sampling, and this is where you benchmarking compared to it, and this is an important aspect of everything. So I think the way we imagine this, you're going to have somebody who can help. It's already, MILO is already doing that pretty cool, and we see a lot of thousands of users already using MILO on a daily basis, using it to ask a lot of questions, to understand, to get the information from him, to find the opportunities for him, to dive deeper into the on-chain analysis or sentiment analysis or things that they don't even know that they need to ask or think about. And we kind of, I think, on the verge to open the next.
Yeah, very cool indeed. Now, you may or may not be familiar with in Monad we have lots of monanimals, these kind of made up creatures, and there's a particular character called Salmonad, and Salmonad desperately needs and MILO, and I just want to show you in our interlude a quick clip of Salmonad and why he needs and MILO.
Great.
Salmonad, as your financial advisor, I'm afraid I have to tell you, you're broke. Your expenses are out of control. Stop paying for plushy modeling photo shoots. You don't need singing lessons, you don't even talk. What the hell is a Monanimal mastermind group? Some men will be round to repossess your box.
Remember what I told you, son. When life gets too much, go to your happy place.
It's a Salmonad world. Look at me just salmoning around. A Salmonad world. Salmonad world. It's a Salmonad.
There is Salmonad and his requirement for financial advice. What's wild about that is you may or may have not noticed that that's my voice, right? Like that's me talking, and I didn't.
Seriously, that's
that,
cool.
but that wasn't me. That Ray J, the creator of these videos, he stole my voice from Discord conversations, and then was able to put it together and then make these videos with me as his financial advisor, telling him that he's broke. But so good, yeah. I mean, Ray J obviously using AI for content creation, and that's one of the ways that we've seen it blow up. With fun clips like that, and creating characters. There's lots of characters being created and lots of creativity, and then the other great use of AI is productivity and efficiencies, which is what you're building. What I want to understand from yourself is how much of your life would you be willing to give over to AI agents and assistants?
Oof. Wow, that's a good question. I think. And it's probably subjective, yes. Like some people will answer differently. I would say, obviously, the things that I don't like to do is no-brainer. Like so, and I'll do it. If 70% of what I do, I don't like. I don't know, from cleaning my house to I don't know anything that I can imagine that is for me a chorus or something that I don't like to do. I don't mind give it to an agent, an AI to do it for me. I'm not just don't mind. I would be happy to. Actually looking forward to it. So when it's getting tricky, I think is when once it gets to a place which it's fighting with my purpose, fighting with my my creative aspect, or the things that I love to do. This is where I think, in general, is a challenge to how much do I think that AI agents will be better in most of the things. Yes, inevitable. Most of the things that human do, probably AI eventually will do better.
Yeah.
Do I think that we should give the AI 100% of doing everything? No, because then what the hell are we doing?
That's a super smart take. Yeah, to kind of focus on the bits that we enjoy and want to do, and then kind of palming off the ones where not just that it can be more efficient, but the ones that we enjoy the least, so that it can solve those problems for us. One other thing that I often wonder about, and a bunch of me and my friends, one of them in particular, a guy called Happy, shout out to Happy, he thinks about this a lot, is how the content we create now and our interactions with AI now is going to be read and understood by AI in the future, right? So it's going to look potentially at our past interactions, what we've put out both for human consumption and for AI consumption. And that might impact its views of us once we get to, AGI or superintelligence. And so how much do you think about being nice to AI now as a potential problem if and a benefit if AI becomes either benevolent or malicious in the future?
So I'm trying to when I'm talking with AI in general, I'm trying to be nice to him and say thank you and please. This is me. Maybe just continue the way that I'm typically speak with others, and I don't trying to do it differently. But to your question, I don't think it's going to help, honestly. Like if we ask ourselves in the future, I don't see them coming and say, "Oh yeah, this one Moti's just told me." No, he was kind to me. He said, "Thank you. Give him a slack. Leave him to do whatever dirty work we need as machine overload." No, I think it's gonna be like the machine, 0 or 1. If it goes all evil, we're gonna say bye.
Yeah, no, that's.
But more a serious aspect of it. I'm sorry for cutting you.
That's okay.
There is a lot of research that's happening in the world of AI about the training data, the sets that comes both from human interaction and happening now globally in scale, but also on how AI is synthesizing information and data and feed itself. Which the question is here, if you ask me, is okay, the AI is already generating a lot of content by himself, and humans actually using it. So who is the originator of the content? Mm-hmm. It's human is just taking it and doing the permutation. So now it's AI training AI, where this one leads. And this is a cool aspect of AI and training in general.
Yeah, indeed. But really important point there that you said it is 0 or 1. It's either benevolent or malicious, and that is it. And even if we get one that pretends to be benevolent, it is either entirely malicious or not. Now we're coming towards the end of of this episode of Plums, and as you know, we now have a new segment called "How Big Are Your Plums?" and this is the truth and dare. It was going to be truth or dare, but now we've decided it's truth and dare. And essentially, another founder has provided a truth and a dare. And if you, and obviously, very, very specifically, both for our listeners and yourself, Moti, if you don't want to tell the truth or you don't want to do the dare, then that is okay with all of us. You just have to give us a giveaway for the listeners of this episode. Okay, so if you don't like it, we can do a giveaway instead. Okay, so how big are your plums? The truth is, I'll tell you both the truth and the dare, and then you can make an informed decision on whether to even tell me the truth. So the truth is, what has been your biggest regret in the last 6 months, product work-wise? And the dare is to call out one person on crypto Twitter for something you've been wanting to. A little bit spicy at the end.
That's
there,
good one. All right. Okay. So obviously I'm gonna go for it. Like I'm not gonna chicken out.
The plums are big.
I don't
Moti's plums are big. Good.
I'm definitely gonna go for it. So I'll start with the regret. 6 months regret. Look, the life of a founder is daily regret. I don't know 6 months of regret. So I would say probably faster to the market if I could. Less. Try and go broader and focus more on some of the things that we developed on the product level and go to market with more building in public approach and making sure we're bringing the product out there faster. This is my regret, but it's almost kind of in retro perspective. It's easy to say, oh, this one was bullshit. I didn't do that. I just needed to focus on creating content strategies or product, whatever. I think we've done some things that on a development level was fun to do or cool to do, but not necessarily the right order, like for what the user is actually looking for. And so this is something hopefully I'll regret less in the future, but likely if we're going to do this more, we're probably going to say the same thing. So
although it's one of those things where it builds up, you because you've had that regret, you've learned something, so it's almost it's worth, we value regrets for their learning opportunities. And so the dare, who on CT needs to be called out for something that you've been wanting to call out?
Oof, wow, let me think about this one for a second. Let me think about who from cities.
It's not easy because there's lots of things going out there. Some things you do and you don't want to say, but is there anyone in particular that you think is just bad actor, not doing a good job?
I don't know if I'm going to call out just the bad actors because there's a lot of bad actors out there. I think I'm just going to call some bullshit. I think I'm going to call out, okay, I'm going to go for the top dog. He's probably don't know me and don't give a but let's go with that. I don't mind. I think Ansem is playing a double game in the world. Like he's always catching, he's always holding the stick from both sides, and is then just showing the what happened on the. By the way, I think he's smart. He's a smart dude. He knows his game, and he's actually EV positive. Okay. This is when I'm saying this is after I'm thinking he's EV positive and smart and knows what he knows his shit and obviously successful. I think he's playing the kind of both sides, always trying to call the up and down at the same time, encrypting bullshit kind of tweets. But then he can come back and tweet and say, "Here, I told you I'm smart. I told you he's gonna go up," and the next tweet is the exact opposite. And this is where I'm calling his bullshit. Just stick to one thing. You're good with that. Say what you have in mind. It's okay to be wrong and say I've been wrong. Because most of the time he's actually right.
Yeah, very solid analysis on all those points, and being a hard worker and, doing really well. But yeah, he does do those tweets that could be, construed to be in either way, and then he can call them back. Anyway, Moti, we've come to the end of Plums. You've been an absolute delight. Really good to spend time with you. Super bullish on and MILO and you as a person, the work that you're doing. And yeah, I'm really glad that we got to have you on Plums today. Thank you very much for coming.
No, first of all, I appreciate it. It was real fun, and I think it was awesome, and I really enjoyed it, and hopefully you will invite me back again, even though I'm an evil
even though you're the most evil cat that we've ever seen. Yeah.
But truly was pleasure and honor, and thank you for having me, and Barry, you are amazing, so keep on crushing.
Thank you very much.
The information and discussion provided here is for educational and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Barry is not licensed to provide investment advice and does not offer such. Barry typically holds positions in the project and protocols he discusses and discloses that to you here. Opinions expressed by guests are theirs alone and do not necessarily reflect the views of Barry, Plums, or their affiliates. As with all things, and especially financial matters, please do your own research and consult with professionals where relevant.